Yo, what is good? My anime people, what is good, yo? Guys, holy crap. They really are just full in with this whole power scaling of our main character being an OG triple OJ and just having no real training needed. But we have a little bit more information as to why An, another good reason why he could be as strong as he is without being completely ridiculous and stuff like that. So let's get into that. We find out that there are certain types of powers out there that are just much, much more greater than anything we clearly could be seeing. And to find these powers, to find these things that they're looking for, they're willing to um, turn these kids into infernos to then see if they can handle the ability that they're trying to put onto them, which is right now something about the light or something, some ability that didn't even correspond with what our main character has was being looked for, and the people who we can imagine are in on this are these weird all white wearing like squad of people that are literally capable of shooting arrows far and strong enough to just like destroy or go through people's arms, or I guess it's not strong enough but hot enough. I don't know. But yeah, like literally seeing this arrow go through someone's arm instantaneous and being as clean as possible just kind of shows you the type of control and the type of precision this person could have when it came down to shooting someone in certain areas that probably would have been lethal, right? It probably would have ended it all, been all, but for some reason even a sniper like her can't fully hit the person that she wants to with unpredictable people being in there, including with the smoke screen and then shooting up these flames towards them that had that wound up having it be frozen after being shot at them. So not only did they have smoke in the way, they also have these ice pillars that they had to shoot around. So they just continuously showed that they knew exactly where their opponents were. And as a sniper, the first thing you're supposed to do after shooting and letting your position be known is if you're ever spotted, you're supposed to leave. That's just a natural sniper thing, and that was a natural thing she did. So they're playing pretty close to the heart there. But this power level, man, this absolute ridiculousness of fight that this guy can do, and I think even the show is becoming aware of this phenomenon too, with the main girl that was saved this week, outright saying like, "Oh wow, he's keeping up toe to toe with him." So we know for a fact he's captain level. Yes. Oh man, I guess not first captain level, but he is up there much further than some captains. And I say that because if the guy with the stars, the lieutenant, went up against anybody from the fifth, he would have destroyed everybody. Everybody would have got it. No one would have came out alive. So when you do stuff like that, the whole entire story kind of just gets flipped on its head. I mean, I've still seen good stories that have really weird power scaling, like that don't make sense from time to time. Dragon Ball Super. And much, much other shows. I mean, we had Krillin fighting Super Saiyan Blue Goku and getting the upper hand on him, which, if you don't know what Super Saiyan Blue is, it's the equivalent of having God power and then going against a human with it and somehow still being almost outwitted and losing. You know what I mean? So that was something that they did in the story and try to make it make sense that Goku was holding back. But if he was holding back, he didn't need to go SS Blue, right? Like he's a Saiyan that has gone to Super Saiyan that it multiplies his power times a lot. So to see this and to know how much this guy has probably been working to get his skills and working with all these people because he has teamwork and stuff, I'm not going to say because he didn't have teamwork anymore, that's why this makes sense. Like, this is why the main character could win. It's because he didn't have teamwork and his back wasn't being watched, man. No, like, the reason why this works is because supposedly our character has a power that I should be looking at on the picture that I have, which says the name, which I'll probably just put it in the title, and I'll just say that a discussion about it or something, right? Because the whole aspect of them bringing this in is their way of ushering in powers beyond normal comprehension. And when I say normal comprehension, I just mean like whatever these guys have been using from here on out, from like the beginning of the show that are, first level, second level, third level, whatever, like third generation, first generation, and stuff like that. I feel like this stuff right here is beyond generations. Like this is just something that is and will always be around. And for someone to be able to attain it and to be able to withstand it is a whole nother story. And this whole time I'm getting beat up, I'm looking for it right now. Those guys, and I don't see it. Okay, whatever. But to be fair, I really do appreciate them trying to at least bring that aspect into the storytelling. Like, imagine something like a god essence within you, and that's what you've been using the whole time since you were a kid. That's what you've been practicing with. That's what you've been mastering. And by the beautiful way that they illustrate this anime with his movements and how he actually fights and stuff, you can really put two and two together that somehow, some way, he's figured out that every time he kicks off with his foot or that he uses his feet to boost everywhere, he then can use those every single place that he goes as thresholds, as places to literally put his feet down and, you know, get to push off and get more momentum and even, about to destroy people even better than we've seen regardless. So I like that. The thing was called Adolla Burst, something like that. Adolla Burst. So something like that, and them just saying like, "Oh, this is one of the things the people who are turning others into infernos are seeking." It goes to show you that just like how this kid that he put the bug in and he attained the fire and stuff like that was something they were seeking as well, this could be the case for our main character. He may have been the reason for his family burning, or his brother was the reason because of these transformations they were doing, which, if you really think about it, that means this guy has not only been doing this for a while, but he may have been the one that did it to his family, and he may have put the bug on him or just on his brother, and that's what started this all. And I have a really good feeling it's his brother because if it was him, they might have been a little bit more suspicious of him and maybe would have took him in, like the firefighter people. But to be fair, we find out that as of right now, the first captain with the eye patch is not guilty for now. And the girl who with the cat ears and stuff like that, she got suspended for helping him bring those kids there without even knowing why she was doing it, but she was doing it regardless, and she gets suspended to his unit. But the thing that hurt me the most this week, the thing that really grinded my gears, guys, was why was Arthur out and about? Why is he gone? He's not even wearing his stuff, to represent. Is he evil? Is he gonna be the rival of our boy? Like, what is going on here, and why? Just why? Why, Arthur? Nah, but he was kind of annoying anyway, and if they're going to replace him with cat ears, ooh, I don't know about that one. I mean, I liked I don't think I don't think he's gone though. I mean, there is a reason for them to be able to do it, but at the same time, I just wouldn't want them to go that route, and that's just me, I guess. So, for instance, this guy is the one who created Soul Eater, and he was really big on camaraderie and having people be friends and stuff like that. So, if he's going away from that and wanting to make it so like the people who you thought were your friends or that you're becoming more and more friends with, but as you can see, our main character was actually like happy that he was gone, right? He was all giving him the and right when this guy Arthur leaves, and I get some breath of fresh air. Now I got to put up with this girl, like it seemed like something negative to say. Or maybe he's just saying it to save face for this audience, like I hate that guy. Don't ever believe that I like him, like stuff like that. So, which is funny. You can kind of tell if a character really still does care because, regardless of the situation, he still was capable of noticing he was gone, right? Or by noticing he's gone, he's still like you know, speaking about him, which he doesn't have to do anymore. But he's a kid. But yeah, man, this power scaling and all that, you just got to throw it out of the window with this one. Just accept the show for what it is. If you want to see a show that's got all these cool fighting, fire action and stuff like that, you should definitely watch it. But if you want a show that was supposed to be like, oh man, this guy's gonna train and grow up to be stronger than the captains, he was just born stronger than the captain. So it might not be for you when it comes down to that type of storytelling. But I feel like there's potential in this, and if there isn't any more potential after a certain point for me, like the story wise, to see what the heck's happening with the brother, what the heck is happening with with the overall corruption within the place in general, all this different stuff that they are. Wow, that was. Oh, it's okay, okay. But all that stuff has to come to an understanding. Like we have to get some type of clearance, like what the heck is going on, like let us know. And I think that's what's coming up pretty soon with how much they have told him, and now that we've seen that there's a real enemy out there who's even willing to sacrifice their own pieces just so they can save face and not give out too much information. We're getting real hot right now, and I'm sorry I keep using fire like puns and stuff like that. It's hard not to with this show. So let's see where it goes. Absolutely phenomenal animation with this fight, man. I was glued to the screen. I was rewinding stuff just to see it again in slow mo. Oh, it was beautiful. The breakdancing and all that stuff with his fire on his feet has always been brilliant to me. So, all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely will talk to you in another one. So, with that being said, peace.